May 17th, 1992, 6:27 a.m. A dog walker finds the remains of a middle-aged man at the bottom of a hill at the Pine Fields Nature Reserve. At 7:38, the police coroner arrives. The time of death is identified between 11:15 and 11:50 the previous night. Our head detective, the bastard that was Hank Shepherd, arrives half an hour later. He's briefed on the time and cause of death. Apparently it was a mixed stabbing and beating. The victim was impaled repeatedly with a large kitchen knife as he tumbled down the hill, leaving a trail of gore as he smeared his insides into the mud as he went. He was soon finished off, repeatedly bludgeoned over the back of the skull a dozen times until his crown was burst wide open, suffocating the ground surface under a collage of brain matter, bone and cartilage. As identified from Shepherd's notes, within the corpse's pockets a wallet was found. Within it there was the usual: notes, change, debit cards, credit cards, you name it. Also, there was a driver's license for a Mr. Jack Taylor. And as you'd expect, there was an address too. So logically, Shepherd went to Taylor's address to see what he could find.
Who are you?
Sorry to intrude. Detective Lieutenant Hank Shepherd. Miss Taylor, I presume?
No, not yet anyway. I'm Jack's fiancé.
So you're...
Elizabeth Sanders.
Well, Miss Sanders, I'm afraid I have some unfortunate news about your fiancé. You may need to sit down.
What is it this time? Is he been gambling again? Is that what it is? I swear, one day he'll owe money to the wrong people and he'll be found dead in a dumpster.
I'm afraid that day may well have arrived, Mel.
What?
I know this is hard. I've been in your exact situation before. Would you mind if I search your house, give you time to gather your thoughts before I question you?
Don't you need a warrant for that? Can't you just let a woman grieve in peace?
Maybe, but I think it'd be better for the two of us if we got this over and done with. If I need a warrant, I can get one, and search the premises anyway. Alternatively, if we get this over and done with, it'll save all the pain that comes with the latter. Unless you have anything to hide, that is. Detective Lieutenant
You don't
Hank
need to
Shepherd.
do this.
That's number 4637.
Please, I'm innocent.
Consider squad
If
car.
they arrest me now, I'll have no chance. I've been set up.
Operator, can you please hold a moment? This better be good.
From looking through Shepherd's notes, he appeared to be under this Elizabeth character's spell within an instant. She explained an elaborate cliche of how she was set up and was the fall gal of this entire ordeal. And Shepherd, the son of a bitch, took the bait. She redirected his focus towards an individual called Finlay O'Neill. He is Jack, our victim's business partner, and apparently the grand puppet master who orchestrated this entire freak show. The knife with Jack's blood was a warning put through her letterbox that very morning. A trademark which read, "Stay quiet or you're next." She didn't know what to do. She took it to the kitchen sink and could only wash off half the blood. It was apparently left there until she could figure out her next step. Now at this point you may be wondering how Elizabeth knew Finlay had done the deed and how he became aware of her knowing of his doing. To put it simply, Jack was a gambler. Himself and Finley were property merchants, and one too many times a deal had fallen through because of Jack losing the purchasing funds at the blackjack table. The two had gone bankrupt as a result, and the pair split, with Finley calling for Jack's blood. However, recently Jack had actually been on a winning streak and had £570,000 secured within the bank, although word passes quickly, and Finley resultantly heard of this, and the very night before the murder exchanged angry words over the telephone with Jack, demanding all of his gambling money to no avail. One night later, Jack disappeared in the middle of the night, was found dead at the bottom of a hill in the morning. A bloody knife had been put through his letterbox, and his bank account had been drained. However, Finley's connection to the crime was traceless other than by Elizabeth's account. She knew she'd be arrested, tried and convicted. The only piece of tangible evidence pointed in her direction. Now, by the time you know what I do, you may understand. But for now, forgive me if this sounds abrupt. But Hank had fallen in love with her, and she knew it. She'd given him an address for Finley O'Neill at the Hill Apartments, with the proposition to break in at the ideal time, grab Jack's money which had been stolen, return to her and flee abroad the next morning. And he agreed to every word.
Hello? Is this the police? Yes, there's a man with a knife in my apartment right now.
Yes, a knife. He just stabbed my husband. I don't think he's seen me yet. Please come. Quick. My name? Jill O'Neill.
I think he's hurt me.
Hank, along with Finley O'Neill, were both found dead 5 days later. May the 22nd, 1992, 9 years and 3 months to this day. The remains were discovered by the property's landlord after searching the flat after complaints about the smell from neighbours. The coroner's report suggested that Hank Shepherd killed Finley O'Neill in cold blood by shooting him right between the eyes, before turning the same gun on himself. The money was never found. Presumably Hank hid it soon after killing Jack Taylor. His notes were scoured. There was no trace of an Elizabeth Sanders, nor any fiancé of Mr. Taylor. Whilst there was a 999 call with Jill O'Neill, she wasn't found to have any trace of existence, nor was Finley O'Neill ever married. Psychiatrists deemed the two women to be fabrications of his imagination, compensations to fill the void left by an estranged wife. Elizabeth and Jill died with him and his imagination at the Hill Apartments. Post-mortem, Hank Shepherd was found to be guilty upon grounds of insanity. It crippled our force under the public eye, and we were put under the scrutiny of a 7-year-long investigation, all because of the so-called killer cop. Well, that wasn't the Hank Shepherd I knew. For the decade I had him under my command, I discovered a lot about him. Was he perfect? No. But was he ever capable of doing this? Never. I may be the only one left saying this. It goes against all odds, logic and common sense, but I believe him.
Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me. Sugar sweet, so is he. Bye bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Bye.